Hi there guys, my name is Zach and welcome to my channel. Amongst other things, I'm a reenactor and a jouster, and today I am very excited because a big parcel has arrived from Ukraine and I believe it has got my leg armour in, so let's have a look at what's inside. It's really well packaged, which is good. It's always horrible when you order something for delivery and it gets damaged in transit. But if this is what I think it is, then actually it might end up damaging other things in transit instead. One of the things to bear in mind when transporting or storing armour is that armour is very good against short, sharp impacts, such as a sword or a lance or something like that, unless it's extremely strong, in which case the armour fails completely. However, if you store some armour under a heavy weight for a long time, then the chronic stress of that weight may be enough to deform the armour. So do be careful about that. Very well packaged. Now, of course, if you've been watching my videos already, this is from Ukraine. It's from the Art of Steel workshop, and it's based on an effigy that is near to where I live. This is more packaging, very useful actually. I've got some Warhammer scenery I need to make soon. Oh, lovely. This package also included some boots that I'd sent over because this armour needs some sabatons, so I sent my arming boots with them, and they've been sent back now. So that's very exciting. I get my own old boots back. Okay, here we go. So, first things first, I think let's unwrap the boots. This is a bit like eating the peas and other vegetables first, right? You've got to go for the less interesting stuff first. And this is an awesome little thing. I'll show you that later. That's really cool. My boots are the oldest piece of kit that I'm still using, so it was kind of a bit nerve-wracking sending them off to a different country to be used as a pattern. Obviously they've come back absolutely perfect and in many ways better than when I sent them off because they're clean, but it was still a bit worrying. Here we go, leg armour. Get a knife. I'm not sure if this is relaxing sounds or really horrible sounds. I guess it probably depends on who you are. Is this like an ASMR thing that we could do? Oh wow, the leather's really, really gorgeous. Nice and supple. A lot of armourers use quite thick leather because it takes longer to get damaged and it doesn't need replacing so quickly. It's very hard to say what leather was used historically, what weight of leather, because it's been replaced so many times. It's very likely that most straps would be replaced on armour after each battle, especially if they got covered in blood or anything like that. You don't want blood soaked straps. It will make your armour rust. So it's hard to know. I like supple straps. I find them easier to use. Oh wow, these are so nice. Really light. This is spring steel. And the lines on it are so crisp. Really good. Alexi has been making these for me, and Just really impressed by what he's done here. Right, I'm going to put that on in a minute. Let's get the rest out as well. It was really tempting to start putting these on as soon as possible, but they're actually being packaged with the foot inside the greaves, which is inside the crease, so it would have been impossible to do that. There we go. Nice click into place there. Excellent. And I've never had sabatons before. Never. So excited to finally have some. Now you may remember that it was a bit of a question as to what should go around the back of the sabaton, whether it needed plate or not. We'll have to see. There we go. I am excited about this. Right, I'm going to get the other one unwrapped and then I'm going to try this stuff on. As you can see, we start off with the sabatons. They go on first. You usually, when you're arming up, you start from as low as possible and then layer the other stuff over the top. These sabatons are overlapping upwards, which is unusual, I think, for England. A lot of English effigies show ones that overlap downwards. Alexei has articulated these on leathers. This greave, we're onto the greaves now. This greave, I was struggling to get it open. I just needed to move it slightly to get the hinge aligned properly. Now, in this particular setup, I wanted to try this on as soon as possible, so I didn't wait to go and get my hose and doublet. This is just over jodhpurs, socks and a t-shirt. In this particular instance, this greave was giving me a little bit of pain, but it's actually not the greave that was doing that. It was the sock and the seam at the bottom of the jodhpur. That overlap is not there on my hose, so it's absolutely fine. Now, when I was doing my leg casts for these, the question was, should I do it over my hose or not? In the end, I decided not to, because my hose are quite thin and I didn't want to double and triple the layers and make my legs seem a lot wider than they actually are. You can see just there that I used a special tool that Alexei had made and stored in one of my boots to be sent to me. It's a nice little key that allows me to turn the locking pins on my greaves and demi-greaves. So they're very tight, they don't need to be loose. They will loosen over time, but they're easy enough to tighten up again with a quick couple of hits from the hammer. And that key there will turn them around, and then hopefully they won't come apart mid-joust or mid-battle. One of the questions that we had that unfortunately the effigy couldn't really answer too much was whether there was much articulation near the top of the legs. We decided to go without because there wasn't any evidence that there was, and there wasn't a male skirt to cover the very tops of it, so any articulation would have been very high up and not possible to see it. So you can see they're quite simple at the top there. There's no articulation. That's me remembering that in order for it to work properly, it needs to be lifted up at the top. And here I've had to change the angle so you can see the sabatons there. The sabatons do look a little bit different than those in the effigy because my feet are a different size in proportion to me and a slightly different shape. That's something that you need to bear in mind when you're having armour made. Sometimes the armour will look different because it's made for a different body. Well, I hope you enjoyed that first look at my new leg armour. I'll be doing more videos on it once I've had a chance to use it in armour and use it in anger, you know, really actually try riding a horse and fighting and so on. And of course with my hose and doublet as it should be worn. If you're interested in that sort of thing, please do subscribe down below. Please leave a like. Please share if this is the kind of thing that you're interested in, and if you have friends that will be interested in this too. Thank you so much to everyone. Thank you for my Patreons who are supporting me, and hopefully I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.